What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and today I have my very first deck profile of 2019, and it is the Destiny Hero deck profile for you guys. So this is going within the format of the Legendary Hero decks that I did opening on back in November, and also going with within the ban list of January 2019. So let's get into this, and I want your guys' opinion on this. Honestly, I think it might be pretty consistent. I'm just really not sure. So I want you guys to comment below. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. So with that being said, let's get into the deck profile. So first up, for the elemental heroes, I have three solid soldier, 2 of Shadow Mist, and then 1 of Stratos. So elemental hero solid soldier is basically your go-to. This card pretty much sets up all of your plays, and it gets you to another hero monster in your deck. You can special summon it from your hand, and then go for a Link summon or possibly an Exceed summon. With Shadow Mist, it basically is your instant mass change. So when it's special summoned, you can add a mass change to your hand and send it to the grave with the effects of mass change to get a masked hero from your extra deck. And then Stratos, it's Stratos. You can't go wrong with Stratos. You run it in everything, in pretty much every hero deck. Basically, again, much like Solid Soldier, sets up a lot of your plays. So getting into the Destiny heroes, for the level 5s and up, I have one Plasma, 1 Dogma, 1 Dreadmaster, 2 of Destiny Hero Malicious, and then also 2 of Destiny Hero Dynatag. So Plasma is basically the one card that you need to pretty much take control of your opponent's higher up monsters, and it gains those effects, which again is pretty good. It's pretty good. Some people would say that it's not, but the fact of the matter is that it is good. Especially when you have Dogma on the field, you can go for a polymerization, and you can go ahead and bring out Destiny and Dragoon, which again is probably your go-to in the extra deck. And then with Dogma, basically it just deals damage to your opponent with each of their standby phases. And then Dreadmaster is pretty much your OTK, I want to say, because it gains the attack points of all Destiny Hero monsters on your field. So the attack points can go as high as like 8,000 plus. And with the effects of Dynatag, if you equip it to Dreadmaster, you would have a pretty powerful monster. And then Malicious, obviously Malicious is now limited to 2, which honestly kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It was used in so many different Exodia in Exodia FTK decks that everybody was using 3 Malicious, and they were like, you know what, we're just gonna limit it to 2. We're just gonna leave it as is. And with Dynatag, basically it's a 2 of because its effect says during damage calculation in either player's turn, when you would take battle damage, you can discard this card, make yourself take no battle damage from that battle, and if you do, each player takes 1,000 points of damage, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard and then target a Destiny Hero monster you control, and it gains 1,000. So basically, it has the Karibo effect with the effects of Acts of Despair. So pretty much. So honestly, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I would say it would be consistent. So yeah. Now for the 4-star monster. So first up, I have 3 of Destiny Hero Diamond Dew, which again sets up your plays. With this guy, you draw a card, and if it's a normal spell, you send it to the grave. And even if Diamond Dew was was in the grave or banished, you can still activate the effects of that normal spell, which is pretty good. And then also one of Destiny Heroes Celestial. I thought about running two, but with this build, it's a bit, but with this build, it's more consistent at one, because it has the Pot of Greed effect, I'd say. Because, alright, let's see its effect. So, its effect says, when this card declares an attack, you can target one face-up spell your opponent controls and destroy it. And if you do, inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. While you have no cards in your hand except the turn this card was sent to the grave, you can banish this card and an existing hero monster from your grave, draw 2 cards. And you can only use this effect of Destiny Hero Celestial once per turn. So basically you can drop the card. So basically this is a one of you will only need to use that effect once. Honestly, because you want Celestial in you want Celestial banished, basically. You want it banished and to get out 2 cards from your deck, and you can instantly pull off some plays. And then also, I am running 3 of Destiny Hero Drill Dark, which again much like Solid Soldier, it sets up your plays for your Link summoning, for your XC summoning. It can also set you up for a fusion as well. And then last but not least, for the 4 stars, I have 1 Destiny Hero Decider, which works, honestly is really good in this build. Because what you can do, because it says here, it says level 6 or higher monsters your opponent controls cannot target this card for attacks. You can only use each effect of the following. You can only use each of the following effects of Destiny Hero Decider once per duel. Basically you can so basically, if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a hero monster from your grave to your hand during the end phase of the turn. So basically, with that effect, it's basically like a kind of like a I guess like a magical stone excavation, but for monsters, I'd say. And then its second effect is when a card or effect is activated that would inflict damage to you while this card is in your grave. Quick effect, you return this card to your hand, and if you do, make the damage to 0. So what you could do is if this card is in your grave, you can play Monster Reborn, get its effect, and then go for an Xyz next round. So that's pretty good. Some people, some people might think it's not, but it really is. And for the last of the monsters, for the 1-star monsters, I have 2 of Destiny Hero Dreamer, 1 of Destiny Hero Disc Commander, obviously because it's now off the ban list finally, after all these years, and then 2 of Destiny Hero Dark Angel, and last but not least, 3 of D Cubed, which again sets up the play to bring out Dreadmaster. Instant OTK right there. So with this build of the 1-stars, I really don't need to explain. It's pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, they're just there. Disc Commander, pretty much, you want to use Monster Reborn on this guy, get its effect to draw 2 cards, and then you can go for a fusion, basically. So those are the monsters for the deck. Now let's get into these spells. So first up, I got Clock Tower Prison and Dark City, which again these are the only two cards you need for the deck. In terms of field spells anyway, because Clock Tower Prison can get you an instant Dreadmaster. When it's destroyed, you can also go for Dark City and give Dreadmaster an additional 1,000, which honestly is pretty good. And yeah, and Dark City is basically the knockoff skyscraper for Destiny Heroes, pretty much. And then again, and again with Disc Commander, you gotta have 3 of Destiny Draw, which again is an awesome card. You use it in any pretty much any Destiny Hero build, and yeah, so yeah. And then 3 over Destiny, which in which what you want to do with this one is you can play a fusion card like Polymerization, or the trap card Defusion, which I am actually running one of. Um, send your level 8 monsters to the grave, get a fusion, play over Destiny to get a 4-star from your deck. Yeah, yeah, from your deck, and then trigger its effects. Go for exceeds. Boom, there you go. So those are the Destiny Hero spells, and now for the other spells, I have 2 terraforming, which again gets you to your field spells. 1 for 1, cause you want to get Disc Commander in your hand. Monster Reborn, obviously it's Monster Reborn. You run it and everything, and then also Magical Stone Excavation to get back, basically to get back either your fusion cards or your Destiny draw if you're looking to extend your the options in your hand. And now for the fusion spells, I have 2 of Mass Change, 2 Polymerization, 2 Refusion, and then 1 Fusion Recovery. In this format, you only need one Fusion Recovery, basically to use the monster that you chose, and go for something like Dustopia or something like that, which I will get to in a moment. Now for the trap cards, obviously we have 2 Eternal Dread. Again, go for a instant Dreadmaster. 2 of Destiny Signal. Again, the cards are pretty self-explanatory, but basically with Destiny Signal, if any of your monsters are destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can play this card, get a 4-star Destiny hero like I don't know, like Diamond Dude or something, and then go for an Exceeds next round. And then also I am running 2 of Destiny Mirage, which probably the strangest card in this build, but it is good. But it's really good if you know how to use it. If you know how to combo it right, this card can actually really do good. And then I also have 2 of D-Time, which gets you an instant Destiny hero if your elemental heroes are destroyed. And then for the last of the Destinies, I got 1 Defusion. And because that I wanted this to be a consistent deck, I'm also running 2 of Butterspy Protection, which pretty much cuts the damage you would take in half, and also you can switch your opponent's monsters to actually from attack mode to defense mode, which honestly is really good, pretty good. Alright, you guys, now for the extra deck. So the extra deck is pretty self-explanatory, but I will try to explain as much as I can. So first up, for the Link monsters, I have 1 extra hero Dread Decimator, 1 Wonder Driver, and then 2 Assault. So obviously Assault pretty much gets you your warrior monsters. Again, set up your plays. Wonder Driver probably not the wisest decision, but if you know how to use it, it could be used pretty well. And then Dread Decimator, pretty simple. It has the Dyna Tag effect. Basically, gives your monsters an additional, just gives them a huge power boost. It's really good, really good. Now for the fusion. So I got Darklaw and Anki for the mass heroes. Obviously, you need these in any hero deck that has dark monsters. You need these 2, obviously. And then I'm running 2 of Dusktopia, which actually could potentially be the OTK card, which again sets up all of your plays, keeps your monster from being destroyed, and with 3,000 attack defense, you got a pretty good monster. And then also I'm running one of Destiny Hero Dystopia, which you do not want this guy on the field. You want him in the grave to get out Dusktopia. That's exactly what you need. And then I have one of Destiny Hero Dangerous, and then also one Destiny and Dragoon, which its effects are pretty. They're okay, I guess. Its effect says fusion summon. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above materials. Once returned, you can target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if it was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack points it had on the field. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. Once returned during your standby phase, if this card is in your grave, you can banish a Destiny Hero card from your grave and special summon this card. So basically, it has the Call of the Grave effect and also the Utopia Ray V effect basically where it deals damage to your opponent equal to the attack points of the monster that was destroyed by the effect. So yeah, so it's pretty good. And now for the Xyz monsters, the only ones I am running in this deck are one Excalibur, one of Gaga Cowboy, and then also two of Night Pappy Operative. So Excalibur, again, you use its materials. Its attack points are doubled. You're good. You're good. You can deal so much damage with this card. With Gaga Cowboy, basically you want this guy on the field just for the defense and to deal damage basically, because it can deal 800 points of damage when I believe it is in defense mode. Yeah. So when it's in defense mode, it deals 800 points of damage to your opponent. And then with Night Pappy Operative, basically gains attack points for every material, for every Xyz material that's attached to all Xyz monsters that are on to a monster on the field. So it says once per turn you can detach a material from this card. This card gains 300 points for each Xyz material attached to a monster on the field. So pretty much for each overlay unit that all Xyz monsters have on the field, this card gains 300 points. So you could have potentially you could have a 5,000 point monster, I'd say. So that is the Destiny Hero deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, and do not forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new videos that is coming your way. Again, fan mail address is in the description below, as is my accounts for Twitter and Instagram. You guys can follow me there. And yes, I do follow people back if you're ghosts, but I do want to point out that if you guys are ghosts and you guys have like no posts or whatever, I will deny your follow requests. I do have my Instagram on private, so yeah. Again, if you have 0 posts, I will deny your request. But again, follow me on Instagram. I do follow people back, and yeah. So on that, this is your boy Nash here, signing out.